I'm Lance Snediger, and today on the Den, we got Coach Rhodes. And then we have
Jeremiah Shoemaker at the 144-pound weight class.
Nadia Thornton, 106.
Kel Sweat at heavyweight.
Logan Miller at 113.
So I heard recently you guys all just went to state. How did you all perform?
Dual state.
Dual state,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, we got second in 4A. We was shooting for first, but Pottsville was pretty tough, but we're going to get them when state comes around.
Get him back.
Yep.
But we got Shiloh this year. That's what matters.
Yep, we
Yep.
beat Shiloh.
Again,
Last year at Gravit.
Gentry didn't show up.
So a shootout style tournament here at this arena, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
The main event.
Yeah, the main event, it took around probably
It was like 8 hours.
8 or 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Yeah.
There was like 12 or 13 schools here.
Mhm.
We went through all the weight classes, and I'd say for as many teams that was here, we done it pretty well. What would y'all say?
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
In 6A
Yeah.
here. I think we took like 4th or 5th, so out of Denver and Greenwood.
Kel, didn't you take a title, so to speak, with that?
Not this one. I think I got 3rd. or
I
something,
also got
or
3rd.
Third.
I don't really remember.
4th. That was more than a week ago. So.
Yeah, my mind's trying to concentrate on regionals right now.
Yep,
Okay.
regionals this Saturday.
This Saturday, where at? Is it?
Shiloh
Shiloh.
and Springdale, yeah.
Is it going to be as big as the one we had here, or?
Well,
It should be smaller, right?
yeah, there should be, because only a certain amount of teams can qualify, and then you got to qualify top 4 in order to go to state.
Individual.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be 10 teams there, I'm pretty sure, and then you have to. It's a tournament style, not a dual style.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a tournament.
So I have Coach Rhodes on here because wrestling requires a lot of strength, and I've seen a lot from you.
It definitely does. And to be honest with you, it's not really strength, it's a mentality more than it is strength.
I've seen a lot of vicious behavior, so to speak, come from everybody here at this table. Jeremiah with slams, you just being absolutely relentless. Kel going against anybody that's willing to step up, and Logan took down state last year, right?
Yeah. You kind of just gotta go for it. You can't. If you slow down, that's when they speed it up, and then
Yeah.
the tables can turn really quickly.
What do you have to say about how strength might play in wrestling, Coach?
Well, very simply, it's a power sport, and power is built in the weight room for sure. But I agree, with Jerry. It's a mentality. Again, the weight room can build that mentality.
Yeah.
But it's a one-on-one. It's as primal as it gets without throwing punches. I mean, you're literally fighting another human being, following some rules, and if your head is not in the game, you get embarrassed. So,
Yeah.
You can't blame it on anyone but yourself because it's a
Yep.
tough
Yeah.
one.
It's
Yeah.
a team sport, but also an individual sport.
Yeah.
yes. So, in that, like I said, that mentality, it's not about how much weight you lift. It's about coming in and, from a weight room standpoint, learning how to push yourself when you don't feel like it, learning how to do the things that you need to do from a technique standpoint, because it's the same thing in wrestling. It's a very vicious and violent physical sport, but it's very technique oriented. So you have to learn how to be very aggressive, very angry, while still doing the things technically that you need to do in order to
Yeah.
make your moves and all that stuff. So to me, it's a very similar mentality in both places.
Yeah. You're constantly riding that line of in between seeing red and knowing the rules.
Well, yeah, not only that, there's a couple times that you do get mad in wrestling, but if you mess up one time, you're putting yourself in jeopardy to lose that match. So you kind of got to keep a level head during it all, so you don't make more mistakes than you already have, because you will make mistakes in a wrestling match. It's bound to happen. But if you get mad and you lose it, you're probably going to lose the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're also losing team points.
Yeah.
Or giving the other team points if just by losing in general, and that's where that individual and team like aspect comes in.
I didn't create this term, I'm not that smart, but it's, you know, it's like controlled aggression or controlled chaos.
Yeah.
It's seeing red, but being able to execute within, you know, being able to stay controlled enough to execute properly and not lose your head if you make a mistake, or, because like you said, it's gonna happen. You're gonna screw up. It's just how life works, but being able to put that behind you and remain focused at a super high level of intensity and a super high level of like, I can't think of the word right now, just like excitation, like you're right on the edge of like losing it and learning how to stay controlled. It's a fascinating sport, honestly. It's incredibly fascinating. I was never tough enough to do it, I'm gonna be honest with you. Never tough enough to do it.
Yeah, there's some days in practice that coaches make us just want to give up. He runs us in the dirt.
In the mud.
Yeah.
And then, but what's cool about stuff like that, to me, again, I'm, you know, much older than you guys are. And when I went through it, when I played the different sports I played, you know, the words I said about my coaches under my breath and all that stuff were not good. But you start to realize as an athlete what you're capable of. What you think is too much isn't even close to what you're capable of. And so practices like that, and especially when you don't feel like it, when you learn what you are actually capable of if you just make a decision to suffer through it in a way, it's amazing what you're capable of. And that's, you know, that's not always, I don't think, what those practices are about. But it's a happy accident. You walk away from that and you're like, that wasn't so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad. I could do that again, you know?
Being able to reflect back on it.
Yeah. You realize what you're capable of, because your body's going to give out before your mind will give out before your body does. And if you can get your mind right, the body will just keep going. And it's amazing what we can do if pushed to a certain point.
These coaches are gonna push you.
Yeah. Otherwise, we wouldn't have jobs. I need to pay my bills and my taxes and all that stuff, so you guys keep needing us, because I need to pay bills. And I'm not really good at anything else, so.
So looking forward to this coming weekend. Who are our big rivals coming into this?
Pottsville.
Pottsville.
100%
Yeah,
Pottsville.
That's really our only
That's who we're
competition
going
right
after.
now.
So do you guys do a similar thing to like other sports where you're watching film and like recognizing their techniques so you can counter that and just
Well-
come in strong?
You watch your own matches. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we film
like-
our own matches, and like we more focus on our mistakes and their mistakes, so
Yeah.
we can fix that. And once we get our mistakes fixed, it just kind of goes in play.
Yeah.
So they already won. They're not watching us like, oh, we already beat them. They're easy, but we're still coming after them.
Yeah, like this week in practice, we was going over what happened at Dual State with Pottsville, and we was trying to figure out better ways to counter against Pottsville to whenever they beat us, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're our biggest competition.
Yeah.
So we're doing everything we can to beat them.
That's our goal.
How do you feel about stuff coming up this weekend, Logan?
I'm pretty excited, ready to get first in regionals and then dominate in state.
Oh.
So,
Second year in a row.
yeah.
Don't forget that.
You got to come back fighting for that title, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And a bigger weight class, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up weight class.
Yep, I gotta gain some weight.
Get some muscle on you.
Yeah, go to Coach Rhodes. He can put some muscle on you.
Oh, I know how to eat. We teach you guys how to eat.
So back to what you were saying about like the rules and everything. Just to fill you in, you can only wrestle 5 matches a day, and then yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
probably only have like 4 or 5
4 or 5,
matches.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I would imagine, and I've never wrestled before, but you hear it with teams, and it's like, well, if we get these guys, then we got these guys. Well, don't worry about them. Worry about handle these guys first, you know. And I can't imagine. I mean, that's again, it's like primal combat.
Well, this was the den. These were the wrestlers. That's all.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside.